Welcome along to another video presentation from the Computer Information Agency. My name is Robert Crane, and in this video we'll have a look at getting started with SharePoint Online for enterprises. Just before we start, I'll let you know that the CIOps has a number of publications that cover the material in this video. You'll find, for example, a title called Getting Started with SharePoint Online for Enterprises available in PDF, EPUB and Kindle. Information on that can be found at www.ciops.com/downloads. Okay, so the agenda for this video is we'll have a bit of an overview of Office 365 quickly, then look at logging into the site, accessing some documents, working with the calendar and tasks, looking at some picture libraries, and then finishing off looking at the recycle bin and the search functionality. So again, this is an example of SharePoint Online. SharePoint Online comes with Office 365 from Microsoft. In this specific case, we'll be looking at the functionality of the E3 suite. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is get access to the SharePoint Online Enterprise site, and to do that we'll log into our Office 365 portal. So we go to login.microsoftonline.com. We're then asked to put in a login and a password. So I'll now log in, and what this will do will be to take us to our Office 365 web portal. I've logged in as the administrator, so you can see that I also have the additional admin option up here. Now, to get access to the team site, I can simply go up to the top here and click on the team site link. So what that's now going to do is to take me to the default SharePoint Online site that's part of this Office 365 Enterprise Suite. So here you can see that we have our default SharePoint site, and again, if we have a look at some of the options here, we'll notice that when we go over a hyperlink, we'll notice that it lights up. So again, this is very much like any web page. So if we click on the Shared Documents hyperlink, you'll see that we're now taken to the Shared Documents area. Now, to return back to the home page, we can do this a number of ways. We can obviously hit the back arrow on our browser. We can also hit the Home tab in the top left there, and we can also hit the word Team Site in the breadcrumb navigation. So again, you'll see that this navigation up here is adjusted depending on the location that we're in here. So just a bit of a brief summary of what we can see here. So down the left hand side here we have the quick launch menu where we have the different areas of SharePoint divided up into libraries, lists, discussions. Under that you'll notice that we have the recycle bin. Over here in the top right we have the ability to search all the content on our site, and you'll see that we have the social tagging options. In the top right we have details about our login, so we can access my site, my profile, my settings, and sign out if we want. Then on the top left, depending if you're an administrator, you can select the site actions, and you'll see that we have a number of additional options here. The next button across to the right allows us to navigate up and down our site when we create subsites. This button here allows us to edit the page. Browse allows us to see the page, and if we click on page, what you'll see is that we now get the familiar Office ribbon. So again, we can use browse to get rid of that ribbon. So that's a brief overview. Again, just a simple web page, but SharePoint is so much more. So what we'll do to start off with is let's go into Shared Documents. So I do that by clicking on the link in the Quick Launch menu, and you'll notice that I've got a number of column headings here, but not much good until I add some documents. So what I'm going to do is click the option here to add a document, and what I'll do is I will browse to my location where I have those documents. So to go to my local drive, go to downloads, and in this case I'm just going to pick a single document and I'm going to upload it. Important thing to notice here is that the override existing files is checked, so that means if I have a file of the same name in this location, it will be overwritten. So when I click OK, that document will be uploaded into my document library, and obviously the time taken to perform this upload will depend on the size of your document. So now you can see that we have our document uploaded. And again, if we want to view this document, we can click on the option here. And in this case, what it does is it launches Office Web Apps. So Office Web Apps, which is a part of Office 365 SharePoint Online, allows us to view Office documents in a web browser. So as you can see, this is totally my web browser, not opening directly in Word. I can view the document. You'll notice that I also have the ability to zoom in and zoom out. And because I'm currently using the E3 plan, this also provides me with an option to edit in the browser. So what I can do is, if I want, is I can click on Edit in Browser, and then I can modify this document and save it back to the document library. You'll also notice that I have the ability here to open directly in Word if I need more functionality. So when I finish with that, I'll just close that. And again, you can now see basically the document that I have here. Now, the issue is obviously you don't want to have to go through and upload single documents one at a time every time if you've got lots of documents. So what we can do is, when we add a document, we can actually upload multiple documents. So what we're going to do in this case is we'll go into the Documents tab up here, and this exposes the ribbon for us. And you'll notice that there's an Upload Document tab, but if I pull that down, you'll notice that there is an option here that says Upload Multiple Documents, but at the moment it's greyed out. Now this has to do with this control item up here. So again, what I can do is I can just run this add-on. This basically then sets up a trust to run the active components in my site. What I can also do to prevent this from happening again is go into my Internet options, go into my security, go into my trusted sites, and then basically add this site into my list of trusted sites. So that's a quick way to get rid of any of those warnings. So again, now that we've done that, if we go back into Documents, you'll see that and click the Document Upload button at the bottom here. We'll now see that the Upload Multiple Documents is now available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that. And what this brings me up is an option where I can upload my multiple documents. So I can drag and drop them into this box here, but what I'm going to do is actually browse for the files. So again, I'm going to make it easy on myself and select all the files at once. So I will select that and click Upload. You'll notice here's a list of all the files. So I've got a good range here, from some Word documents, PowerPoint, some images, Excel, and a PDF. So let me click OK. You'll see that the total size to upload is 1 megabyte. And it'll begin uploading the files one at a time. But the good thing about uploading multiple files is that it allows me to see the progress as these files are uploading. So again, the amount of time that it takes to upload all these documents will vary depending on how large the documents are. So what we'll do is we'll just pause while those documents are uploaded into our library. Okay, so we can now see that all our files have been successfully uploaded. They're all statuses set done. So we'll now go done there. And you'll see when the page refreshes, I see all my documents. The other thing you'll notice is that they all have a little icon indicating that they are new. You'll see the modified time and date. And you'll also notice that because I'm logged in as the administrator, they're obviously modified by me. Now the other thing you will see is a little green jelly bean here. So the little green jelly bean indicates that I am currently using Lync. So I have logged in using my Lync, and that then gets reported into SharePoint. So again, if I mouse over these things, like I said, you may see the Lync information appear. So again, handy little option, one of the benefits of Office 365. So again, now that we've got our documents into our document library, what can we do? So again, you'll notice that each one of these has a column heading. So again, if I click on the name column heading, what you'll notice is a little arrow appears next to that, and you'll see that my documents are now sorted from A through to Z.